In the depths of our existence, there exists a timeless wisdom, an ancient philosophy that transcends the boundaries of time and circumstance. Stoicism, a guiding light amidst the chaos of life, beckons us to embrace our inner strength, to forge a path of resilience and fortitude. Within its teachings lies a profound truth: the mastery of oneself is the ultimate conquest, and in the face of adversity, we must crush our enemies utterly, leaving no room for retaliation. Welcome to the Daily Stoic Reflections. If you're ready to embrace wisdom and resilience, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for your daily dose of Stoic insights. Let's build a community of strength together. Lesson 1. Embrace the inner citadel. In the heart of Stoicism lies the concept of the inner citadel, a fortress of the mind impervious to the onslaught of external forces. Just as the ancient Stoics fortified their cities, we must fortify our souls, cultivating a steadfast resolve that withstands the storms of life. Within the walls of this inner citadel, we find refuge from the chaos of the world, a sanctuary of peace and tranquility amidst the tumultuous seas of existence. Here, in the quiet depths of our being, lies the seat of our power, the source of our strength. But how do we build such a fortress within ourselves? The answer lies in the practice of Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By cultivating these virtues, we fortify the walls of our inner citadel, rendering it impervious to the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Yet, the construction of our inner fortress is not without its challenges. We must be vigilant against the enemies that seek to breach its walls, the passions that rage within us, threatening to overwhelm reason with their tempestuous fury. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." To embrace the inner citadel is to recognize the sovereignty of our own minds, to wield the power of reason as our greatest weapon against the vicissitudes of fate. As we embark upon the journey of self-mastery, let us heed the wisdom of the ancients, fortifying our souls against the trials and tribulations of life. Let us embrace the inner citadel, and in doing so, discover the indomitable strength that lies within us all. Lesson 2. Conquer the passions. Within us rages a tempest of emotions threatening to engulf reason in its turbulent wake. Yet the Stoic sage stands firm, mastering the art of self-control amidst the chaos. Seneca reminds us, "He who is brave is free, for true freedom arises from the mastery of our passions." To crush our enemies utterly, we must first conquer the enemy within, wielding reason as our greatest weapon. But how do we tame the unruly beast of our emotions? The Stoics offer us a path to liberation through the practice of virtue. By cultivating wisdom, we gain insight into the nature of our passions, discerning their true value amidst the tumult of our inner landscape. Courage, too, plays a vital role in our quest for self-mastery. It takes great courage to confront the raging storms of our emotions, to stand firm in the face of fear and uncertainty. Yet, it is through this courageous confrontation that we find true liberation. For in the act of facing our fears, we rob them of their power over us. Justice demands that we temper our passions with reason, for in the absence of justice, chaos reigns supreme. By aligning our actions with the dictates of reason, we restore order to the chaos of our inner world, paving the way for true freedom and self-mastery. In the crucible of self-control, we find not oppression, but liberation, not weakness, but strength. As we harness the power of reason to conquer our passions, we emerge victorious, masters of our own destiny. Lesson 3. Cultivate indifference to external pleasures. In the pursuit of virtue, the Stoic sage transcends the fleeting pleasures of the material world, finding solace in the tranquility of the inner self. As Epictetus teaches, do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well. By cultivating indifference to external pleasures, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of desire, rendering our enemies powerless in the face of our inner peace. In a world consumed by the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, the Stoic remains steadfast, rooted in the immutable truths of reason and virtue. For it is in the pursuit of virtue, not pleasure, that true fulfillment is found. Yet the path to indifference is fraught with obstacles, for the allure of external pleasures can be overwhelming. It takes great discipline and resolve to resist the siren call of temptation, to turn away from the transient pleasures of the world and seek solace within. But as we detach ourselves from the ephemeral delights of the material world, we discover a deeper, more enduring source of joy within ourselves. It is a joy born not of fleeting pleasures, but of inner tranquility and contentment. As we embrace the Stoic ideal of indifference to external pleasures, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of desire and discontent. No longer enslaved by the pursuit of material wealth or worldly acclaim, we find true liberation in the serenity of the inner self. In the face of adversity, our enemies may seek to tempt us with promises of wealth, power, and pleasure. But the Stoic sage remains unmoved, for he knows that true happiness lies not in the accumulation of external goods, but in the cultivation of inner virtue. Lesson 4. Embrace adversity as opportunity. In the crucible of adversity, the Stoic finds not despair, but opportunity for growth and transformation. Just as a sword is tempered by the flames, so too is the soul refined by the trials of life. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By embracing adversity as our greatest teacher, we turn the tide of battle in our favor, emerging stronger and more resilient than ever before. Adversity is the great equalizer, testing the mettle of even the strongest among us. But while some may falter in the face of adversity, the Stoic sage stands firm, unwavering in his commitment to virtue. For it is in the darkest moments of our lives that we discover our true strength, our true resilience. It is in the midst of adversity that we are forged into beings of unparalleled fortitude, capable of facing any challenge with courage and grace. But the path of adversity is not an easy one. It is fraught with hardship and pain, with trials and tribulations that test the very limits of our endurance. Yet it is precisely through these trials that we grow and evolve, emerging from the crucible of adversity stronger and more resilient than ever before. As we embrace adversity as our greatest teacher, we transform our suffering into opportunity, our pain into growth. We become masters of our own destiny, architects of our own fate. And in doing so, we crush our enemies utterly, for they hold no power over those who have conquered themselves. Lesson 5. Practice detachment from external outcomes. To crush our enemies utterly, we must relinquish attachment to external outcomes, recognizing that true victory lies not in the hands of fate, but within our own minds. As the Stoic sage accepts the inevitability of fate, so too does he embrace the uncertainty of life with unwavering courage. As Marcus Aurelius writes, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." In the face of uncertainty, we find liberation, for our enemies hold no power over that which lies beyond their grasp. The pursuit of external outcomes often leads us down a path of suffering and despair, for we cannot control the whims of fate nor the actions of others. But by relinquishing attachment to these externalities, we free ourselves from the chains of desire, finding solace in the tranquility of the inner self. It takes great courage to relinquish control, to surrender to the uncertainty of life with an open heart and a clear mind. But in doing so, we discover a profound sense of freedom, a liberation from the endless cycle of hope and despair. As we practice detachment from external outcomes, we cultivate a sense of inner peace that transcends the trials and tribulations of the world. We become masters of our own destiny, captains of our own fate. And in the end, it is this inner strength, this unwavering resolve, that enables us to crush our enemies utterly, leaving them powerless in the face of our indomitable spirit. Lesson 6. Transcendence through virtue. Ultimately, the path of the Stoic leads to transcendence through virtue, a state of being wherein the soul is untethered from the chains of worldly concerns. In the words of Zeno of Citium, man conquers the world by conquering himself. By embodying the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, We ascend to heights unimagined, crushing our enemies utterly beneath the weight of our inner strength. Virtue is not merely a means to an end, but the end in itself. It is the essence of our being, the guiding principle that shapes our thoughts, words, and actions. Through the practice of virtue, we align ourselves with the cosmic order, attuning our souls to the harmony of the universe. We become agents of divine providence, conduits through which the will of the cosmos is made manifest. But the path of virtue is not an easy one. It requires discipline, dedication, and unwavering resolve. It demands that we confront our deepest fears and insecurities, that we overcome the obstacles that stand in our way. Yet, it is through this struggle that we find true liberation, for in the pursuit of virtue, we discover the essence of our humanity. We become more than mere mortals. We become gods among men, embodying the highest ideals of our species. As we walk the path of virtue, let us remember the words of the ancient Stoics. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Let us strive to cultivate thoughts of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, so that our souls may shine brightly in the darkness, illuminating the way for all who seek the light. In the annals of history, the legacy of Stoicism endures as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. As we embark upon the journey of self-mastery, let us heed the wisdom of the ancients, forging a path of inner strength and resilience. Let us crush our enemies utterly, not with swords and spears, but with the unyielding power of the Stoic soul. For in the crucible of adversity, we find not defeat, but victory eternal. Thank you for staying with us until the end of the video. If you found the content interesting and valuable, please show your support by hitting the like button. For any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content, and be sure to turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our future releases. If you believe this video can benefit your friends or anyone in your network, consider sharing it with them. Your feedback is essential to us, and we appreciate your active participation in the community. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, happy learning, and thank you for being a part of our journey.